Tonight, rolling out restrictions as Michigan gets ready to put a new set of COVID rules in place. We're hearing from those directly impacted. And turning back the dial, Minnesota's governor is set to make a big announcement about bars, restaurants, and more in the state. Plus, impacting first responders. The pandemic is taking a toll on those keeping our communities safe. A look at what's being done to mitigate the impacts.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. We're now just hours away from another shutdown in Michigan. Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced the new restrictions Sunday. They include no indoor dining, distance learning for high school and college students, and movie theaters and casinos shutting down. It starts tonight at midnight, and it's set to last for at least 3 weeks. Child care centers, hair salons, and preschools through 8th grade schools can still operate, along with gyms for individual workouts. CBS 3's Ryan Campos spoke to a business in the UP who says they are bracing for the weeks ahead.
You know, we made it back then, and we can do it now.
As bars and restaurants are once again being asked to stop dine-in services, business owners at Manny's and Ironwood are hopeful they can survive another temporary closure.
And just to be back another 3 months in your same year, it does affect business. It affects, you know, everybody. But we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
Manuel Ursini, the owner, says the popularity of their Italian food will help them stay open despite only serving takeout.
We've been here for 28 years. We're kind of known all around about being around. The newer places, the ones that should really be in trouble.
City leaders are urging you, if you want your favorite restaurant to survive, to continue to order takeout or delivery.
Participation is going to save and keep businesses going.
Ironwood Chamber of Commerce Director Michael Meyer says they are seeing 10 new cases in Gogebic County each day. He hopes these new restrictions will slow the spread like the lockdown in March did.
The Michigan numbers went down. People complained, but they went down. We certainly, here up in March and April and May and June, you know, we might have had 4 or 5 cases a month. It was very successful, that initial lockdown.
Michigan recorded more than 7,400 new cases today and 79 new deaths. The state's total death toll now stands at more than 8,100. Meanwhile, a Michigan Restaurant Association is suing to try to stop that ban on indoor dining. They say restaurants could still be safe while keeping their dining rooms open. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz is expected to announce some new restrictions tomorrow. Details are scarce, but WCCO is reporting it will impact youth sports, social gatherings, bars, restaurants, and gyms. He's expected to make that announcement at 6 p.m. on Wednesday night, which we will carry right here on CBS 3. Let's check in on the weather now. Dave, some ice-making weather out there for folks overnight and into this morning.
Yeah, it was pretty brisk this morning with a lot of towns in the single digits, including places like Hibbing. Let's take a quick look at the map. You can take a look at your favorite town. 10 was one of the hotter spots in International Falls and Ironwood, go figure. Waters meet at 16, downright balmy. Temperatures tomorrow morning shouldn't be quite as cool. In the teens inland towards about 20 right by the lake. Then high temperatures today rose up towards the 30-degree mark for at least a few towns, which is what we were hoping for. What's coming around tomorrow, thanks to a warm front, will be a warm up. Instead of 30, we're hoping for 40 this time around, and that warm spell might last into Thursday before it starts to depart. Let's take a look at our day planner for Wednesday, and if you're getting out the door in the morning, it should be partly sunny and around 18 here in the Twin Ports. Of course, cooler inland. Lunchtime, we get towards 35 with partial sunshine, and it'll be mostly cloudy in the afternoon with that high of 40. The mostly cloudy sky comes from a warm front. How long will that keep warm temperatures here? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. There's concern and frustration growing with some union members at Iron Range Mines as the pandemic continues to play out. Kristen has more in this week's Eye on Mining.
As the Iron Range sees growing infection rates of COVID-19, the local mines have had to adjust protocol to ensure pellets are being made while employees are kept safe. But there's a problem union leadership is dealing with when it comes to employees who are sent home due to close contact or exposure to the virus at work. Steve Banach is union president for Local 1938, representing Mintac, a U.S. Steel mine. Banach says he doesn't really have any issues with the company's handling of COVID protocols, adding they are following CDC guidelines. If an employee tests positive, they get sickness and accident benefits. But if an employee comes in close contact with someone with the virus at work, they have to be sent home to quarantine without pay. Banach says as cases rise, more and more union members have come to him with concerns over this. In a statement to CBS3, Banach said in part, quote, "This has happened to many members already, but the company does nothing except tell us to grieve it. All while our members are trying to do the right thing to prevent the spread." Banach said things are only getting more difficult for employees as kids learn from home and daycares close due to the pandemic. He said the union hopes to continue this conversation with U.S. Steel. The company responded in a statement to CBS3 saying, quote, "We provide a number of policies to accommodate employees who are impacted by COVID-19 to ensure their safety and the safety of their fellow employees," end quote.
Thanks, Kristen. Switching gears now, Duluth elementary students will begin their distance learning Thursday. The middle and high schools are already in a distance learning model. With the possibility of online learning extending beyond 3 weeks, some families are looking for a little extra support to help kids learning from home. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares how a new partnership between two schools is helping meet the need.
With distance learning comes its own set of challenges.
There were students that were struggling with distance learning and with our digital learning platforms.
To help families during online learning, Duluth schools partnered with the College of St. Scholastica to create a virtual after-school tutoring program.
Sometimes that relationship between the caregiver and the student can be fraught. So it's nice to have an independent person come in and help and support the student and the family.
Families with students K through 12 can sign up online. They'll be partnered with a college student for tutoring over Zoom. More than 70 CSS students have already signed up to tutor. The amount of Duluth school students even greater.
We've got a bunch. We have 148 families already that have signed up for tutoring support.
Program leaders hope students on both ends will benefit.
Allows them to mentor some of our younger students in the community.
And we hope to get future teachers out of the mentors as well in Duluth Public Schools.
The new partnership making the most out of this challenging time.
The tutoring program is expected to begin in the next 2 weeks. We have more information on our website. The pandemic has forced first responders to make many changes to ensure safety for themselves and those around them, but it has come at a cost for some fire departments. The Plato Volunteer Fire Department from McLeod County had to suspend services due to COVID-19. According to the department's Facebook page, operations stopped on November 10th after an increase in COVID-19 exposures. While full-time departments like the one here in Duluth have not experienced something this drastic, they have seen challenges of their own. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke with the city's fire chief to see how they've handled the pandemic and how they're preparing for winter when house fires are more common.
COVID-19 has forced many first responding units to make changes to their daily operations. For the Duluth Fire Department, Chief Sean Creuset says they were well prepared when the pandemic first hit.
Because of some of the other SARS and some of the other things that didn't really turn out to be pandemics as bad as this one per se, but previous chiefs set us up with a good supply of N95 masks and hand sanitizer.
In the last 9 months, 4 fire department staff have tested positive for COVID-19. Chief Creuset credits the low number of infections to keeping all firefighters at their assigned fire halls, which helps with social distancing and contact tracing. Adding at the beginning of the pandemic, it was a challenge keeping up with the safety guidelines as they were constantly changing.
The recommendations coming from the CDC and the Department of Health were changing daily, if not sometimes multiple times a day. What was best practice at 10 a.m. might actually not be the best practice at 3 in the afternoon.
With the holiday season and colder temperatures approaching, the number of calls the department heads on will increase, and Creuset says they'll be treating any patient they come in contact with as if they could be infected, meaning they'll be wearing all necessary PPE.
St. Louis County, when you call 911, they ask some certain questions. So that would prompt us into what might be COVID-related, at least symptoms, the heightened awareness to wear not just a mask, but wear also a face shield.
Adding many of those calls are when people are getting the fireplace up and running or having furnace problems.
The department has also implemented a mandate where staff are required to wear an N95 mask on calls or when in the building instead of a traditional cloth or surgical mask. A bipartisan group of Midwestern governors is asking people to do their part to protect themselves and frontline workers this holiday season. The governors of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio held a press conference this afternoon. As COVID cases spike in the region, they're asking people to stay home on Thanksgiving and only celebrate with immediate family. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says the governors all feel a sense of urgency as the COVID outbreak worsens.
If we want our children in school and we want our businesses thriving and we want our neighbors to get to the light at the end of the tunnel with our vaccine, the best thing we can do together is wear the mask, social distance, buckle down.
Walz says the governors are also talking about how to fairly distribute a vaccine amongst residents once it arrives. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a Christmas tradition 36 years in the making will be missed in Duluth this year. What the company plans to do with leftover money next.
68 degrees is the record high. It's from 1953. Tomorrow, warm-up does come our way, but it won't get that warm. But I do think we'll crack 40 for just about everybody here in the region. We'll talk about how long that'll dare to stick around, if you'll stick around through this next break.
Live, local CBS 3.
Hey, no cell phones at the table.
But it's Grandma.
Hi, Mom.
It's Slumberland's biggest Thanksgiving sale in 3 years. You'll get an additional 25% off our already low prices at Slumberland.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event begins now. We're giving you the best deals of the season on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. So get the family together and make some joy this season. Ford, built for the holidays. Now get over $5,750 in total cash on an Explorer. That's over $5,750 only at your Northland Ford dealers.
So you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have Medicare Advantage plans. Some starting at $0 a month.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
If you hunt waterfowl, help stop the spread of aquatic invasive species. Clean off plants, animals, and mud from boats, trailers, waders, push poles, and decoy anchors when leaving the water. Drain your boat and decoys and leave plugs out while traveling. These steps are simple, and they help stop aquatic invasive species.
What do you do after you're the #1 selling brand of gas-powered handheld outdoor power equipment in America? You start making more equipment right here in America. Real steel. Find yours.
With all this family fun time, you need a good night's sleep. Come to Slumberland's huge Thanksgiving mattress sale and get an extra 25% off our already low prices. Get this Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress for just $3.99, only at Slumberland.
Live, local CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Red pole in the morning, sailor take warning. Nah, it's going to be fairly beautiful around here for a while. This little bird getting some breakfast near Floodwood had some sunshine to deal with. Tomorrow, maybe not so much sunshine, but thanks to a warm front, it will be warmer, and maybe some of the snow will go as we get into the 40s, both for Wednesday and for Thursday. Once we get into Friday, temperatures will return to normal, which is in the mid-30s, and something we haven't seen in a while. It's been either way warm or way cold. Now we'll finally split the difference and be where we should be for a while. We'll talk about how long that while will be in just a bit. Right now, yeah, the here and now says it's 19 at the airport in Duluth. The relative humidity 74%, and the wind is calm, but could pick up, especially after midnight, towards the 10-mile-an-hour range. Air pressure continues to be on the high side at 30.4 inches of mercury, but the warm front coming tomorrow will lessen pressure just a little bit as the temperatures warm and lift is provided, turning into clouds. So we'll have a couple clouds tomorrow, but we probably won't get any precip. One more night tonight, maybe just a little bit brisk, all right. Already looking colder than I expected, at least for the short term. 10 to 13 is what we have in the Upper Peninsula. It's right now 15 to 21 in northwestern Wisconsin, and parts of the Arrowhead of Minnesota are getting pretty brisk, down to 7 in Ely, 7 degrees right now just up the Gunflint outside of Grand Marais. But with temperatures going up with a warm front and clouds increasing as well, these may spike to the low side early and then increase by sunrise time tomorrow. So the morning start may not actually be the morning low this time around. So today, high pressure had things on the sunnier side for the UP and for northwestern Wisconsin, much of Minnesota. But now you can see the clouds increasing from the west as a warm front works our way. It's this warm front that'll increase the clouds for tomorrow. Probably just the clouds, not enough moisture left to turn into precip, and the main body of the low is still well back towards the Rocky Mountains, which will go a long way in wringing out the moisture that low packs. And then once it gets across the Rocky Mountains and it's been milked of its moisture here, now it looks like its trajectory will take it down to the south and east out of our area. And so what we're getting at then is after a cloudy Wednesday, it could be a sunny Thursday, and Friday when the low is here finally, it may be cloudy with only a 20% chance for flurries, so not a great chance at all, and it already clears up again by Saturday. Stays that way for the weekend. So now let's fire up the forecast for the week ahead, and in Minnesota tonight. Could be as cool tomorrow morning. Sunrise time is 13 near the Ely area, so it should warm up 6 degrees overnight here tonight to as warm as 24 on Park Point. Then going into Wisconsin and Michigan, the low temps there should be about 15 to 20, and for tomorrow, well, that warm front makes it partly sunny to mostly cloudy in Michigan, but also makes it 40 to 45 degrees, 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal. Minnesota's range of high temps goes 39 to 43. Keep in mind 35 is the norm. And after a cloudier day tomorrow, well, it becomes a sunnier day on Thursday, and then it's going to go to 45. But it won't stay that way. Already cools down a little bit back to normal by Friday. That day gets that 20% flurry chance. Then by Saturday and Sunday, it clears up and dries up, but really doesn't warm up. We stay near normal, 35, Tony, much of the week ahead.
Okay, those temps on Wednesday, Thursday, hopefully those will melt the snow on the deck that I didn't shovel that has now packed itself into a nice layer of slippery ice.
There are some folks are in that boat with you, Tony. Yeah. Others, of course, they love the snow. They want to hold on to every flake as long as possible, and this warm spell may put the hurt on that.
All right. Thanks, Dave. A symbol of the holidays will be missed in downtown Duluth this year. Minnesota Power will not be displaying its gigantic Christmas tree this winter because of construction happening on the downtown Duluth Plaza. Instead, the power company is donating $10,000, which will be split between 3 area nonprofits. Lifehouse is one of them. They'll use their share to fill 100 gift bags with mittens, gloves, and more for teens and kids in need.
But when we look around and see the needs of our community and the many challenges that this pandemic is causing, this feels right. This feels good. We're excited to be part of this opportunity.
Chum and Kids Closet will also receive a donation. The Christmas tree would have been lit this Friday at the Christmas City of the North Parade. Cook County is once again raising money to combat food insecurity, but this year they're doing it with a twist. Usually, the Empty Bowl fundraiser includes auctioning off custom-made bowls and a community soup dinner. But because of the pandemic, they are going virtual. Half of the proceeds will go to the Cook County Food Shelf, with the other half going to other local nonprofits. Organizers say this year's fundraiser is extra important since the pandemic has only heightened food insecurity in the region.
Hunger is it's like COVID. It's invisible. You don't know who is suffering from it and who isn't. And it's one of those frustrating things. There's no finish line.
The auction is already live and it runs through Thursday. They're hoping to raise $30,000. If you're interested in purchasing a bowl or donating, you can head on over to our website for more information. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, the Biden transition team announced more White House staff today. Meanwhile, President Trump has ordered troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan. More details up next.
CBS3 Live Cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
Make this the best holiday ever with the True Love Guarantee from Numi Jewelers. Give the gift of shimmering diamonds. This diamond earring and pendant set is $199 now through Small Business Saturday. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
At Miners National Bank of Eveleth, we know it takes knowledge, dedication, and teamwork to be the home loan experts. With over 115 years and 4 family generations, we have proven we have the experience to be the best in the business. For your first or next home loan, call the experts you can trust at Miners National Bank. Their teamwork is unmatched, and they will bump out any rough spots along the way. Make your house a home with Miners National Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets, 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. You'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Call or go online now to take advantage of Mike's Christmas special. Use your promo code, and for a limited time, when you buy one set of sheets, you'll get another set absolutely free. Order now.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get a total value of $5,500 on this 2020 Silverado Crew Cab pickup. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
When you needed results, we gave them to you. When you wanted accurate information in real time, we had it. Everything from the presidential election right down to your neighborhood. CBS3 was there. Live, local, CBS3, your station for campaign 2020.
Fond du Lac Casino is hiring. Apply today.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS3.
Today, President-elect Joe Biden met with national security experts and announced new White House appointments. Meanwhile, President Trump has ordered a drawdown of troops in the Middle East. The Biden-Harris transition team announced many incoming White House senior staff picks. Among them is Louisiana Congressman Cedric Richmond, who will vacate his seat to become a senior advisor and director of the Office of Public Engagement. Meanwhile, President Trump continues to block his own administration from giving high-level intelligence briefings. This comes as the president ordered a major reduction of U.S. troops in Afghanistan and Iraq. A senior Afghanistan official told CBS News a premature withdrawal could embolden the Taliban to continue violent attacks. Still ahead in sports, Denfeld getting one last hurrah on the football field facing Hermantown. Kelly has all the highlights coming up next.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Eveleth.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Run!
Who wants a brat?
Honey, just get in already.
It's okay to be a little overprotective.
Seriously?
After all, it's how we feel about our customers. Western National Insurance.
It's the pre-Thanksgiving sale at Fleet Farm. Shop in-store and online for huge savings on things like all Melissa and Doug toys. 30% off our low fleet price. And Eskimo 8-inch pistol bit ice auger, only $149.99. And get a free $50 Fleet Farm gift card when you spend $300 on any Milwaukee or DeWalt products. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Fleet Farm, the brands you trust.
Wow, a new Buick for me?
To James from James. That's just what I wanted.
Is this a new Buick? I Secret Santa'd myself. I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. Wow. Wow. Wow.
This year turned Black Friday into Buick Friday, all month long. Now during Buick Friday, pay no interest for 84 months on most 2020 Buick SUV models.
When I left the military, I was excited for a fresh start, but civilian life has been harder than I thought it would be. Figuring out a new career while also being a good mom, wife, and friend.
Go to your room!
Some days I'm barely keeping my head above water. To get back to enjoying life again, I needed to get help. Opening up to someone was a big step for me. I feel like I'm heading in the right direction. Discover how other women veterans like me have learned to thrive after military service by taking care of themselves and their mental health. Visit maketheconnection.net/women veterans.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, in his press briefing today, Governor Tim Walz alluded to that he would likely be announcing a shutdown of high school sports in Minnesota tomorrow, which means that today's slate of high school football games will likely be the last, at least for a good while. Hermantown cleared their field off of the snow for their playoff game against Duluth. Denfeld 21-8 Hawks at the half, and looking for more in the third. Michael Lau wants Mitchell Warmington in the corner, gets 2 feet down. That one even counts on Sundays, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. This time it's a 50-plus yard connection. Lau to Warmington makes it 35-8 Hermantown. Last play of the third quarter, Denfeld looking for any sort of answer. Caden Postel rolling to his right, but he loses the ball. Matthew Kessler is there for the Hawks. A 40-yard scoop and score blows it open. Denfeld gets a couple of late scores, but Hermantown goes on to win it 42-22. And up north in Mountain Iron this afternoon, it was Virginia taking on Proctor. First quarter, watch out for Jack Taman. He's got a cannon, finds Mason Carlson over the middle. See you later, 71 yards with reservations for 6. Blue Devils up early. The Rails punch right back in the second quarter, though. Nathaniel Oken says we can do that, too, keeping it on the ground for 54 yards. A 2-point conversion puts Proctor up 8-6. Now, just before the half, Virginia facing 4th and long. Toman finds Nick Peters, the senior, with a little shake and bake. That moves the sticks. Virginia goes on to win it 26-8. The Milwaukee Bucks were busy last night, making the most blockbuster moves before the trade deadline thus far. First, the Bucks agreed to terms with New Orleans to nab point guard Drew Holiday. Holiday averaged over 19 points and 6.5 assists last season. The 30-year-old is known as a solid two-way player as well, earning an all-defensive team selection back in 2018. In exchange, the Bucks sent Eric Bledsoe, George Hill, and 3 first-round draft picks, which sounds like a lot. But hold on, they weren't done. Not too long after, they went out and got Bogdan Bogdanovic from the Sacramento Kings in exchange for a trio of players. Both Bogdanovic and Holiday are a step in the right direction to building around All-Star MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has yet to sign that 5-year, $220 million Supermax extension and stay in Milwaukee when he becomes a free agent in 2021. Stay tuned for that, but I'm guessing the Bucks are going to be pretty good next season. I know college hockey fans would rather just be at Amsoil this winter to watch the UMD Bulldogs drop the puck. The men's hockey team may be heading down to their own conference bubble, but the good news is you won't even have to leave your couch to take in the games here in Duluth, which is great news because I don't know about you, but I hate leaving my couch. The My 9 Sports Network will have almost every UMD game from the NCHC bubble this December. The feed will come from Midcoast Sports and feature their on-air talent. Our team will be back with you in January from Amsoil. So here's an overview of UMD's television schedule on My 9. For a complete list of games, head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com, and click on the sports tab. Let's do that hockey. Well, on the note of the NCHC, one team in the conference may have their season impacted greatly by COVID-19 before the bubble has even begun. Colorado College announced that a positive test has been reported by the team, and according to the college, the positive test was detected during weekly testing as required by the NCAA. The student athletes are currently under quarantine as the college conducts contact tracing for the next 14 days. No word yet on how this affects the Tigers' journey to the bubble in Omaha. They are scheduled to hit the ice against Omaha on December 1st. They are scheduled to play UMD twice in the bubble. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Ready, set, internet. Extreme has the speed and price to get you online fast. Stop waiting and get going for as low as $19.99 a month for a year, with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Extreme has what you need to stay ahead and stay on track. Hurry and get Extreme Internet for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
Even if you've never gotten a flu shot, 2020 is the year to do so. Memorial Medical Center, your local health departments, and area tribes are encouraging you to get a seasonal flu shot to protect yourself and others. A seasonal flu shot is the best defense against flu, especially when COVID-19 is still a risk.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Hormel Cure 81 spiral sliced ham for only $1.77 a pound, and get fresh Atlantic salmon fillets for just $5.95 a pound. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get 14 ounces of Dole coleslaw for just 97 cents, and get Dole golden pineapple for just $1.99. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Because adventure still needs chasing, we gave the newly redesigned 2021 Subaru Crosstrek a more powerful engine. Plus, standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. And Subaru is the most trusted brand for 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Lease a new 2021 Subaru Crosstrek for only $199 a month. Visit Miller Hill Subaru today at 4710 Miller Trunk Highway, online at millerhill.com.
Four astronauts blasted off in a landmark mission to the International Space Station, and they were not alone. Baby Yoda was along for the ride. The plush Star Wars toy was spotted on a live stream from inside SpaceX rocket. He was likely being used as a zero-gravity indicator for the astronauts. The crew successfully docked after a 27-hour flight into outer space. They are set to spend 6 months in space conducting research. Dave, you're conducting some research on a little bit of a warm-up headed our way.
Yeah, zero-gravity indicator. That's anything that floats, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. Do you need Baby Yoda? I don't know.
Baby Yoda might be floating in some clouds tomorrow.
Okay.
As a warm front comes in and warms our temperatures up, That just may trigger enough lift to bring a couple of clouds. So we're looking at a partly sunny to mostly cloudy day on Wednesday with highs near 40 for a lot of towns. Then it will get sunnier again by Thursday and stay on the warm side near 45. Normal is 35, and we drop to that come Friday. Friday may be the only chance for precip this week, and it doesn't look like a great chance at all. Only a 20% shot for flurries.
That's the news for now. Have a great night.